And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. It is Monday morning, 47 as you're waking up, 50 in some areas, but starting to warm towards 68.
And foggy this morning. Be careful if you're out and about.
It is. We in the from Lauderdale North, from here, let's just put it Lauderdale South, extremely bad. Enterprise has got some areas there you just can't see. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and look at radar just a second there as we begin this, because you need to know what you're encountering when you leave home. Here's radar this morning as we look at all of this. Here's Lauderdale County, Newton. Boy, y'all are thick. All of I-20. Thank goodness we have not had an accident that I'm aware of so far this morning.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of anything, but there are some stretches out there that's completely covered.
That's Enterprise. That's Highway 514, that area there. So, as you all know, that's going to be County Road 350 running into that. Y'all be careful. You can't see. It's thick. And that was the wrong button there, Odie.
There's just a bunch of good-looking folks.
If you say so. The weekend is over, and as Odie and I was talking, it is so hard to believe. It seemed like last night it was like, whoop, and it was over.
Yeah. It didn't take long to get through this, and I guess this week it'll kind of go by messed up because we got another holiday right dead in the middle. And
that's right.
You know,
courthouses.
It'll be through courthouses, some government stuff. Again, your trash. Wednesday pick up Thursday pick up Friday pick up Saturday. So, yeah, we'll have a good week.
Sad news is we found out yesterday that former President Jimmy Carter has passed away, and Chris McDaniel said it probably the best that I saw as he put it up. He said, we may not have shared policies in politics, but he was a good man. And I think most of us know that. He done so much for humanity, building houses, helping people, a Christian fella. And he'll be rewarded for what he's done in this world. You know,
Mama went probably 3 or 4 different times on a trip to Georgia to attend his Sunday school class.
But boy, it's just shocking that happened. I didn't see it coming.
S.L. Wilson still without power. You get power crews got back started here about 5 minutes ago, I believe. They're going to be out and about with this foggy. Y'all be extremely careful while these trucks are going up and down the road. They're carrying poles and everything else, trying to get all this built back. So, look, just drive a little slow today.
Now that you're bringing that up, let's just see where we are on outages with the MEPA as we look at this. It's getting better, Odie, there, as we look at this. Here's, let's pull up I got to hit the buttons right here. Here we go. This is what we've got when it comes to what's left. All right, we got over here in Nellyburg, one person as you go up 39, about 3 people. We got right out here by the naval base, southeast of the naval base, about 40 people there without power. As we go down, it's looking good. We got some scattered ones out through here, Wyandotte area.
That's the S.L. Wilson Road.
Yeah, about 50 people there. Alamuchin there at the state line, a few folks there. So it's coming together. And let me tell you, they have been working hard, Odie, to get things done.
So about 10 o'clock last night, it was somewhere around 158 that was still without power. And now they're back at it again. So, hey, look, they're making progress for what we had in our area.
I had that sent in.
Oh, man, that's a beautiful picture, isn't it?
It is, as the MEPA pulling up on the scene, the American flag in the background, and That was why not, as they were working there last night trying to get things as much as they could before dark. We appreciate all they do, and we had some extra help come into the state. EMEPA told us about that as they came in to help us all out there. Let's see here. Right here, we had these folks come in, Northern Electric Cooperative. So they've been out. You'll see those trucks. Let me click on that, will you? North Central is what's written on the side of that truck. They're helping out EMEPA restore power. They're a part of a group as to where Meridian goes and help also when there's issues somewhere else. Well, that's good there.
That is good. Oh, Neshoba County Sanitation Department, they're going to be running their regular routes all week, Wednesday included. So
no New Year's off.
No New Year's off for your trash on Wednesday. So if Wednesday's your trash day, you better have it out there. And I'm getting a report now.
Odie, I don't think you're going to become the boss of the year making somebody work when everybody else is. I ain't being ugly, but
I don't know. Now, how much for the bonuses? They'd have to be real good.
But I don't think you get a bonus working for the county, do you?
You don't hear. Yeah, you get to come back the next day.
That's a boy.
That's it.
Come on back.
Talking about Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
All flags to be flown half-staffed until January 29th. So if you've got a flag, fly that in honor of him, half-staffed until January 29th.
Now that you say that, I'll go into it because I needed it explained to me because I didn't take it the way it's being twisted in the national media. They're trying to say that it was one last thing that Jimmy Carter or the Democrats done to Donald Trump, that when he goes in office, that at the ceremony the flags will be flying a half-staff. How is that?
So Jimmy Carter held on. So this is the Democrats are wanting to push that Jimmy Carter held on until right before the Trump takes office and dies. Then, they wrote this out to overshadow him with a half-staff flag.
I don't see that. It's
no.
You pay tribute to a president who's lost his life, and I'm sure, and even Donald Trump has released a statement on this. I just don't look at it that way. I think that's somebody that's trying to divide the country. Flags will fly at half-staff. It's okay. We lost a president. We don't do that every day. It is a very, very small group of men that have been elected president. It's going to be okay. That's my take on this, and I'm sure Donald feels the same way.
Whether you agree with everything that any president does, they still served our country.
That's right.
You got to think, we're only at 46 of them. We're fixing to have 47. 47 presidents for the history of our country.
That's not a lot, is it?
That's not a lot. And what they've done, good, bad, or ugly, they represent the United States, and they deserve that.
Respect. It's the office of the presidency.
And now you're going to throw that up, another way to divide people, and throw a bunch of crap out there saying that this is something to diminish Donald Trump. I promise you that a flag at half-staff isn't diminishing Trump at all.
No.
And I bet you he's going to honor him somehow during his deal.
It is just, it's a part of life. And here in the United States, we respect those with dignitary positions, and that's the way it should be viewed. But I saw that, and I couldn't wrap my mind around it, how somebody could take a death and try to twist it, to separate Americans. And
you know where we're at today, and because of all this, for some reason, that does not surprise me.
I see where you're going with that.
And that's a sad situation that I'm not surprised by some junk like that being pushed out.
That's you'll see that in the headlines. It's all across America, and y'all watch for that. Just shocking. Scotty Ray and Odie, we try to bring a smile to you as best we can. We're going to tell you some good things, some funny things, then we're going to tell you some things that will probably, you won't like. But it'll be straight. We'll tell you the truth. It's all on the way here at the Scotty Ray Report.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back. I want to bring this up, and let me show you where it is before we talk about this subject. As tornadoes roll through our area, we have lost 2 lives in the state of Mississippi over the weekend. The governor got that out. Adams County, a tree fell onto a home and an 18-year-old boy died. In North Mississippi and Lowndes County, electricity went off. They lost their life due to not having oxygen, or it was a medical thing.
Yeah, it's terrible. You don't see it an awful lot, but it does happen. Somebody that requires oxygen and lose power.
There was a lot of tornado warnings issued in the state of Mississippi. Where we're going to show you now, there was not a tornado warning issued. It was a thunderstorm warning issued and a tornado struck. Let me show you where this is. Here's Athens, Alabama. Let me show you the big picture of where this is. Here's Decatur. Here's Huntsville. It's right at the state line. Here's Tupelo. It's northeast of there. This little town right here. Here's the state line into Tennessee. This is where it happened. And James Spann talked about this, who was a weather guy. And one of the comments was that said, well, Mississippi put out this blanket. And James is by no means blaming Mississippi. I don't want you to take this wrong. But his reply to was that he said, this is why the National Weather Service in Alabama was very careful of this, and it happened at the split second. It changed from a thunderstorm to a tornado at the blink of an eye. And he went into the fact of when we say that there's severe weather, thunderstorm warnings, and tornadoes can happen, you treat each one of these as the worst. Let me show you the picture that they've posted. Here's James Spann's post. Here, the courthouse there in Athens, Alabama. Look at this, Odie. This is serious business. Look at that.
That's a big tree. And now I want you to look at that picture. It's a hardwood, and you can tell that also by the roots. The roots of a hardwood is going to go out.
Right there.
And a big enough wind will push that entire tree over. A pine tree, their roots go deep, so they've got a good hold onto the ground. And that's typically where we see the tops of a pine come out because of them swaying back and forth. And it's the wind's pushing that tree over, and when the wind stops for a brief minute and it pops back up, that's when you typically see the top of a pine tree break off, or that it'll twist. But these hardwoods, their footprint is huge, but they don't have enough grip on the earth that keeps them solid like a pine tree would.
So I remind you, if you've got one of those leaning over your house today and you think, well, I made it through this one, call Mike Reed. He's one of our sponsors. He'll come out and he went to my mother-in-law's not long ago, limbed up a tree that was real close to her. And again, that's how we lost a life during this storm, was a tree hit a home and killed that little 18-year-old boy down in Natchez. We don't want you to be a number. Get this stuff, when you build a house, get rid of that stuff to where if it were to fall, there's no way it could hit your house. I understand it's cool.
Shade is good.
But it ain't worth your life.
It ain't worth your life.
You got something need trimmed up, we'll get you a number there.
That's right.
Let's see what went on. Let's get into some more tragedy. We've got to address this whether we like it or not. As I mentioned a moment ago, some things you like, some things you don't like. We had a mass shooting in our area. And we use the word mass because 3 people now. 3. Sheriff Ward Calhoun released a statement here on Friday, and when he released the statement, this was right before we got the news of the 3rd person. They have denied bond for this man that is arrested for this. Spinks is his name. He is in the Lauderdale County Jail being held for 3 murders now. We have a 15-year-old, a 48-year-old, and a 64-year-old that lost their life. Now, it's still, there's all kinds of rumors as to why the shooting happened. We don't have concrete. The investigation is still going. When we do find out what the motive was, that's legit, we will tell you. And again, I've heard 2 to 3 different stories, and they're out there. One of them probably true. It breaks our heart that this ever happened. Christmas Eve on top of this. And I think they're doing a fundraiser for that young man this coming Saturday, right off of 35th in front of Northcrest Baptist Church, that shopping center that's down on the right. They're going to be selling snow cones and stuff to help with the expenses for the family this coming weekend. We'll tell you more about that.
And I do want to give kudos here, because dealing with the scene and having to study that scene, the sheriff's department went out. They had this man in custody.
By 9:30, wasn't it?
Yeah, with an hour or so.
7:10 is when the murders happened, when the call came in. By 9:30, he was in the custody.
2 hours later, they had him in custody and off the street. Kudos. That's called, what we say, a team effort.
It was.
It's bring in everybody and let's go and let's do what we got to do to solve this. And they did. And now you've got to deal with the aftermath, which is not easy, and our prayers continue with that family.
Absolutely. Man. As we get more information on that, we'll let you know. Odie, is that real, or is that something?
I think it's somebody trying. I don't know, and it may not be bad. Somebody wanting to take care New Year's resolution of your mind and body. So yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it for now. If it turns out to be something different, somebody say something, we'll get rid of that. And these spammers, they're everywhere.
They're not trying to sell something. They're trying to get somebody to take care of the noggin there. So it might be all right.
All right. Shots were fired last night as we would go. This would be Highway 80 West is where we're headed. Here's old Highway 80 West. This would be 71st place. Gunfire was reported in that area. Odie, no one was hurt, but still the sound of gunfire broke out. Now, we are at December the 30th. We want you to use caution. I cannot stress between now and January 1, that morning, of being careful, cautious, anywhere, whatever you do in between now and then in this area. We don't want any more incidents that have happened over the last few days happening again. Be cautious. Know your surroundings of where you are. Avoid arguments. People tend to this time of year to sometimes drink. Their feelings are heavy-hearted, and little things spark off arguments that cause disasters. And walk away from whatever it is. Get in your car. It ain't worth arguing with somebody. Go home.
You try and get your sorrows by the bottle, and that's not a good reputation. And that gunshot, we've said it before on here. That gun's that bullet's landing somewhere.
Oh, if it goes in there, it does.
And you're responsible for that bullet wherever that dude goes. And I'm one of those sticklers. You shoot a gun into a home or a car or around a bunch of people, I don't care if there's 100 people or 3 people. That ought to be attempted murder for every single person that bullet could have in a way hit, ricocheted and hit and everything else, and you'll stop this crap.
It's everywhere. Our next story, we might need to take advice from her. We're talking Dolly. Dolly is saying, well, I got to go on a diet. I don't know if I can. I really need to. Yeah. But Dolly is saying she needs to lose a few pounds there. She's going to start trying it in January. She's been partaking of a lot of ham during the Christmas holidays, and she just can't get enough. So we look for Dolly to take a little break there from eating and try to trim up a little bit. What is Dolly, like 78, 79
She's
now?
up there a little bit. 78, yeah.
Yeah, okay. We'll be right back. More headlines coming your way as we begin this day. We're going to tell you about the huge fire that happened in North Hills over the weekend. A home has been destroyed.
Yeah.
We'll tell you all about that next.
Here at Meridian Cycles, we're your CF Moto headquarters, and here at the end of the year we have a special deal on CF Moto C-Force 500 four-wheelers. We're offering these for only $69.99 plus tax and title. It is a fantastic deal, and let me tell you some of the features that this four-wheeler has. This C-Force 500 features aluminum wheels, power steering, and a 2,500-pound winch, all at an incredible price of $69.99 plus tax and title. Come see us at Meridian Cycles, 80 Highway 19 North, right here in Meridian, or call 601-485-8700. Come see us.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Welcome back.
It's us. All right, Miss Stahl. I can't remember your husband's first name, so you have to help me out.
Oh, has he got a birthday today?
No, they're celebrating the anniversary.
Oh.
Maybe she just didn't want to put his first name on there.
Well, that worked out good. Great for taxes right before the beginning of the year. You get married, you get to claim it all year.
It's like having a kid, you know. You don't want to do nothing after March.
Explain this to me. Isn't shoplifting more or less a misdemeanor? Isn't that the way
They
it
go
goes?
by your value of how much you steal depends on your level.
All right, there was reports of an armed robbery this weekend, so we showed up on the scene. It would later be determined it was downgraded, Odie. Now, it was 3 men that went in the store with masks. They jumped the counter, and they take items. And again, it was thought to be an armed robbery, that there was possibly a weapon on them. And I think after doing research, they couldn't find where there was a gun used, so they downgraded it to a basically shoplifting. But seriously, who plots out shoplifting to wear a mask? That's not typical. As we go here, this is where this happened on Highway 19.
Yeah.
And as you'll see, here's the police arriving on scene.
There's definitely premeditated.
Yeah, and they would run on foot this direction right up through there. They would come out of the store.
No.
I'm telling you, that direction.
And their GPS didn't work.
That's right. So that was what all the hoopla was on Highway 19 this weekend. If you saw that, that's what was going on. We don't want we'll be straightforward with that it was changed. And let's get into bragging on somebody. Let me tell you, that's when you mess with the Highway Patrol, it was put out that we had a murder suspect visiting Lauderdale County. They had a suspect in a murder that happened in South Carolina. Georgia sent word to Mississippi and Alabama. As it hit Mississippi, it was spotted. MHP Troop H arrived on scene, and this all went down in Russell at the country store. Let me pull this up here. Now, there's 2 videos. This one is when they first arrive on scene here. Let me hit back up here. We'll go here and show you where he's got to walk backwards out of that car.
Yeah, that's a felony stop.
There, see him right there?
Yeah.
All right, let's hit play on this. That's what they do when they tell you to step from your vehicle. They're everywhere. And again, this went off without a hitch. You can see his legs sprawled out on the ground there, and then he was taken into custody. And this is the next picks up right there. He's sitting on the ground talking to him. And he doesn't get to go anywhere. It kind of ended there, Odie.
He got to go somewhere, but it wasn't where he wanted to go.
Well, he was. It was thought to be that he was trying to flee to Mexico, is where he was attempting to go to get to a border state to cross over to get away from law enforcement. And, well, it just didn't happen. It ended right here in the great state of Mississippi in Russell, right there in the parking lot. And we want to say a great job by all that was involved in that.
Kudos.
Y'all done a fantastic job.
We had to, every time I go pick up my grandson when he was at Russell Christian Academy, I'd come down the road and he'd always say, "Pawpaw, let's stop at the deer store." Because, that store had a bunch of deer heads in it.
Yeah, sure did.
And he always, let's stop at the deer store.
Tell me, am I right? Is that Cameron Lee? It sure looks like.
That might be Cameron Lee.
It sure
he has to bend over to put handcuffs on him. Might have
about 6'8".
Yeah, something like that.
That's what it looked like. I think H2 was there. There were several people, but we want to brag on them. When bragging is done, what happens in Philadelphia when they come to repo your car?
Oh, well, they should just sneak up on you and get it.
Well, he was trying to get away and just run it right on up into the motel. As we see here, here's the damage there, where it went through, tore up the air conditioner on that. He didn't get away, though. There's the repo truck, in the end, winning as it hooks to it and it goes away. Make your payments or the suck-up truck will come.
Yeah, so now you just lost your car because you didn't make a payment. Now you owe them for the repairs on your car. Now you owe the hotel because you done tore their building up. You ain't batting 1,000, fella.
No.
Well, you are, but it's not.
That's right.
There's a negative in front of it.
Whew, boy, it was a lot that went on that. And speaking of Philadelphia, we have some good news. This came out from the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations, MBI, as we had a missing teenager from Philadelphia last night. Found. Everything is okay. She was 14 years old, Sabrina Duran. She has been found and located. I'm assuming she's back with her family now. When I talked to them, the deputies were en route to pick her up, to bring her home. And it will all be good in the end. She's not hurt, thank goodness. Prayers are answered because there was a lot of prayers going out on that one, Odie, last night as we talked about that. We're going to talk about damage in just a little bit. I know you were out with the National Weather Service yesterday. We had some serious weather. It looks like Newton County, Odie, as we look at this, had some of the worst damage here that it could have over there, Jody's country there. We had several what we are believing to be tornadoes touch those areas there. And the team were out surveying Lauderdale County to determine whether or not they're going to be called a tornado or not. We did have some severe winds roll through here. Up by Lauderdale, NAS, Meridian, I know there was some damage, some serious wind damage in those areas, as well as Clark County. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a moment.
Preliminary.
What's preliminary telling
We're
you?
looking like we had 2 EF1 here. And we made it out lucky.
Yeah.
Some of our other counties didn't quite fare as good as we did, but so preliminary, looking like we got 2 EF1s. We'll know some more later on today.
The southwest corner of Newton County, they're saying that there was a 5-mile run there near I-20 at the Lauderdale County line, Newton County.
Just squeezed over, and you could call that number 3 because it just went right into Lauderdale County, not by far.
But they have 4 tornadoes that went through Newton County. And again, when watching us live, when we cover this stuff, when those tornado warnings are issued off and you see that rain and stuff near where you live, take cover. Don't wait. And we do our very best to keep you up to date as it tracks along and where it's going. Take storms serious. As we pointed out, Athens, Alabama, a minute ago, to where there was never a tornado warning issued, but it turned into one, and it can happen like that.
In the blink of an eye. And you can't see these. It's so dark. That tornado's coming through, and it's what we call rain wrap because it's got rain all the way around it. You can't see from the darkness. You can't see because so much rain, and that tornado's embedded in the middle of that. And you're outside looking for it, and you're in a danger zone. So just take heed. I'm going to be a little biased and tell you to watch a Scotty Ray weather report. But he keeps you honed in to where this is at, where it's going, what it's looking like it's doing. And that way you'll know when it's time to take your safe place serious. Don't go outside and look for it.
We even had the High Sheriff of Clark County, and if you haven't watched this yet, Anthony gives details about where in Clark County everything was, the roads and where the deputies. And we've got to really commend them of how he sends out deputies, and they find every road to report to the road crews to come in. This has got to be cleaned up here. They scatter out and take care of it.
That's right.
And let everyone know where the emergencies are in Clark County. And it was a heap of trees down.
And there's something, and I know a lot of people want to post stuff on their Facebook page, And that's fine. We don't have a problem with that. But we do need you to call 911 and give us a location, or at least go to Lauderdale Emergency Management Facebook page and send us a message if you're just wanting to report it. But we really need these reports of trees down on a house, especially if it's on a house, but trees down, because that's what we use to put a pinpoint down, and then we start at one end of the county and we follow this storm all the way through. It gives us an idea of how long it was, how strong it was, where it went, but we do need to know where these are. We need to have a way to figure that out. 911 or our Facebook page, leave us a message, and we'll get that took care of, and we work with National Weather Service on every storm hand in hand.
We'll show you some pictures in just a moment, right around the corner. Clement White having a birthday?
Yeah.
We'll make him sing for a supper somewhere today.
That'll work. Happy
birthday, Clement. And again, we got birthdays coming up. If you haven't given us your birthday yet, please let us know.
Look, I'm running out of room, so y'all, this was a busy time of year.
Yeah. People were bored.
Started around March, and that springtime.
Power went out, didn't it?
She who springs on bed spring this spring bears off spring next spring.
Hush, Odie. We'll be right back.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Everything starts with a great grill, cookware, and accessories. Add in locally sourced meat and dairy, frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, and daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From animal print coolers to authentic Louis Vuitton purses, we have what you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all-new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Welcome back. And Odie, something that I got a lot of pictures of, some I haven't even posted yet, of where parents were putting kids with the football helmets on. I got a lot of pictures of that to where they were in their safe places, and we appreciate that.
And you need that, because you never know. And look at that one over at Alabama. It just hit that quick. We had 2 lives lost in the state of Mississippi. A young girl down in
Natchez.
A tree fell through the house, I believe is what that one was.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And then, of course, that power outage affected up in Lowndes County. As we turn back the time, we're going to get back to some headlines. We need to break this up and smile a little bit.
Yeah.
Book him, Dano.
You can't miss the original.
Yes, sir. Jack Lord, born on this day back in 1920. That is so shocking that could be that long ago.
Oof. He would have been 105, or getting close to it, 104.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, wow. That just doesn't seem right. Bo Diddley. Anybody remember him?
Yeah, Bo Diddley.
Bo Diddley was born in 1928. He would pass away in 08, of course, from Mississippi there, one of the big ones there with the blues. Everybody liked old Bo Diddley. A name that you couldn't forget.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you remember Runaway, My Run Away?
Yeah.
Dale Shannon was born on this day back in 1934. If you remember any of the songs that he done there, Stranger in Town, Do You Want to Dance, some of those. Dale Shannon big, but Runaway being his biggest song that he had to date that people liked there. Big hits back in the day. Did you ever watch Reba in Tremors?
Yes.
Who was? I can't remember the guy that played her husband in that.
I can't either.
Kevin Bacon was in it, and and I wouldn't have been able to say his name, but Fred Ward is who it was that drove the truck. You know, they followed off. Yeah. Fred Ward was born on this day back in 1942. Now, he done other things, they said, but, well, we didn't know any of that. We just know him from Tremors. He played the part very good.
Yeah, he did. They're trying to get away from all these worms.
Yeah.
Run over here and jump on the truck.
I like that a whole bunch there. Never listened to any of this. Was he was a singer, correct?
He was.
1945. Davy Jones. They had a TV show, too, or something.
Yeah, the Monkees, wasn't it?
You're right. Hey, hey, we're the Monkees.
Hey, hey, we're the Monkees.
And I didn't quite get that at all. But, you know, hey, different strokes for different folks, they say.
Hey, come on, PBS.
It would be 1952, and a very important thing would happen today. Up in Nashville, we would be getting ready to head north, as a Cadillac was getting loaded up with a bunch of things as they got ready to head out to Ohio. It would be today that Hank loads up and gets ready to go up for that concert that's going to happen in Virginia and Ohio and West Virginia. Go through West Virginia and go to Ohio there for it.
Ohio. You know, we got Sharon and Dan from Ohio is watching.
Sure are.
And then we got Kathleen Price having a birthday from Ohio. Going back to Tremors, Grossman, was that it?
That's it.
That was Joe Dirt's daddy, Rusty said. You know he was Joe Dirt's daddy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Uh-oh, we got an accident. Let's see here. An accident with injuries in the 8600 block of Highway 19, and the car is flipped, is what we're being told. Let me see if I can get a location.
So 86 would be Hometown Hospice area. Y'all remember where Hometown Hospice was on 19. So that's going to be right there, kind of by where Oak Tibby Dam Road North comes in to Highway 19.
Let's see here. Let me pull up the map here.
Yeah, keep going north.
Because the church is 92.
All right, there's Collinsville. So right around...
that is 89, so we're going to go back.
Down.
89, let's see here about the coffee.
It's going to be right around in that area there.
8679, and that's the address. We're getting right there. That's going to be Wilsondale.
Oak Tibby Dam Road, so yeah, in Wilsondale.
So y'all, right there is where this accident is, just south of, here's Collinsville, here's where the wreck is here. An overturned car that is flipped, and as always, we're trying to give you up-to-date information as we get it. Once we get more information on that, I would think at this point we've got fire, rescue headed in that direction as they try to get there to help someone. Let me make sure.
Oh, well, you remember this song, Daydream Believer.
Yeah, that was Ann Murray.
That was the Monkees. Davy Jones sings that.
He did it first. I forgot about that.
And then I guess Ann Murray, I didn't even think about Ann Murray doing it.
Yeah, she made a Daydream, and it was not it's more of a female song in my opinion. You know what I mean by that?
Well, yeah.
You know how certain songs you just hear in your head?
Especially that one sticks out being a female song.
Daydream. Yeah. Hey, we got another birthday here, Miss Ann Chambles from, you call that Catopa, Alabama?
Yeah, that's what we'll call it today.
80 years young today.
Ooh, Ann Chambers.
We
Happy birthday.
That. All right, let's see what else went on today in that big history there, and we'll get you more on this accident when it happened. As always, when things come out, they're more expensive, the very first ones.
Yeah.
And I can remember VCRs being right at $1,000. The video cameras, we paid, I want to say $3,000 for our first one. So goes the first color television set that came out today that was $1,175.
Back in 1953.
We didn't have one until about 86 at our household. We had a little black and white TV.
I still remember watching the black and white.
And I remember taking the 66 truck and going to McAllister's TV and backing up, and they putting this 200-pound TV in the back.
Yeah, you had to call a party to come over to the house to get this. And then when it got going, you were getting good in the program and it would start to roll. So you had to go over there and tap the top.
Yeah.
And if that didn't really stop it, there was a little knob on the back that you had to stop your. These kids nowadays don't have a clue how hard it was
that little
to
black
watch
button
TV.
that you twisted.
Yeah, you had to watch
fine-tuning.
TV, you know, on the move.
I don't know if y'all remember this girl, but she recorded a Meridian Night song that made her big. A guy named Mo Bandy was from Meridian. He had a song called Someday Soon. A girl named Susie Bogus would later re-record that. She was born today. Happy birthday to Susie Bogus. I'm sure she's still out there somewhere singing. Here's a disgraced national newscaster, very disgraced, who had push-button locks on his office there, Odie. Do you remember that? You just reach under his desk and hit a button and the door would lock, and, well, females couldn't get out. It didn't end well for him. Matt Lowry, accused. We didn't say he was guilty of anything. He was accused. I think there might have been a lawsuit or two involved in the push-button thing.
Todd said that was tune it in button.
Oh, speaking of Todd, Todd, I understand your mom's house was damaged in the tornado damage, and I think it had extensive damage. Let us know how that's doing there. 1962, Miss Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, well, she was injured in a fire in 1962. Y'all remember her? Yep. So she was okay, but she was injured in that.
Teresa, that's that wreck on 19, right around Oak TV Dam Road and Wilsondale Road. Bad wreck. So be careful if you're in that area.
Sandy just let me know she's
there. Right in front of the coffee shop, so that'd be right there at that intersection. Yep.
Yeah. So y'all be careful there. As we get more information on this, we will pass it along.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I remember watching this as a kid. This went by the wayside. Let's Make a Deal.
Yeah.
I'll give you $2 for that.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that? Well, it debuted today, 1963, back when it was all black and white television. All right, we got an update here, Odie.
All right.
Everyone is out of the vehicle at the intersection at Wilsondale, there by the coffee shop. Left lane of travel is blocked. So watch that. Let's see. At least two vehicles. The SUV is the one that's upside down, is what we're being told about this. And again, we have to think that fog probably played a large part in this, because the visibility out there is tough. Very tough there. All right, let's see what else happened here. Elsie Matt Williams died. You remember that name?
Yes.
Jimmy Rogers.
Yes.
And I want to say that sign is also listed in Meridian, Mississippi.
Yes, it is.
Matter of fact, I was there for the unveiling of that many moons ago.
Right.
What we got?
Foggy, you can see 2,530, maybe 25 to 30 yards in front of you. So it is extremely foggy there. That's a long way, 2,500 yards.
Yeah, it is.
25 to 30 yards. Okay.
So
and turn your headlights on, not your bright lights, because that'll reflect, come back and blind you.
That's correct. As soon as we get more information, we'll keep updating you as this accident. It was 1985 that we heard those boys from Fort Payne, Alabama, go, "She and I live in our own little world." It went number one. It did. It was released today.
85.
But it would be one of their many 40 number ones that Alabama had.
They did have some good music.
They did. It was 1993 that Alan would sing about, Dallas. Dallas packed her suitcase.
Oh.
She left him. It was 1993 that song was released. And again, a big number one. 2006, this guy, it'd be the end of the line for him. 2006, Saddam Hussein was, his life was taken today. I'll word it that way. I watched the video. It was filmed, if you remember, from somebody's cell phone in the crowd when that took place. But the thing about it is, one bad guy was replaced by somebody that was even worse than he was.
That's right. And who was that warned them, you're taking somebody that's not nice, but you're fixing to replace them with somebody pure evil. You've got to be ready. And we weren't.
No, we weren't. We would lose one of the most beautiful women that ever existed, that ever graced the screen of a television set. She was a stranded damsel. Is that how you say it?
Damsel in distress.
It was.
Poor Gilligan had no idea.
He didn't. Dawn Wells. And again, she passed away dirt, broke, poor in a nursing home in the end.
But still beautiful.
Oh, she was. She was. And she was just America's girl next door, is the way to word that.
Yeah.
So many people liked her more than Ginger, because it was always, who do you like better, Ginger, Marianne?
I'm a Ginger.
I am too.
I mean, Marianne. I wasn't much on Ginger.
She had that
she
mole.
was pretty, but I was Marianne.
Did her mole actually move around, or was it?
You know, I'm not 100%
I forget what skit.
That's a beauty mark.
What skit it was years ago that was on Saturday Night Live. The mole would move. Funny. Barbara Wawa would pass away today back in 2020. As you remember her, she was a groundbreaking reporter for females. She went a long way there as we track her career. And, of course, she was also mentioned a lot back in the day on Saturday Night Live also.
Yeah.
Rosanna Dana.
That's right. Joe Ollie North was the one that said that. Yep.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yep.
Because what was that when they were interviewing him, they go, what scares you? And he goes, Saddam Hussein.
Yep.
What is that? And he go back and listen to that. I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere.
Oh, it is. It is. Somebody shared that not too long ago.
And man, what the truth he spoke on that. Mm-hmm. It was very serious there. And well, the United States.
And that's what you pay our military leaders to know, is who is causing or could cause danger to us. And you listen to him. When you put someone in position to know that stuff, when he tells you,
pay attention.
Pay attention, because that's why you put him there, so you didn't have to deal with it.
Well, you could have hired a consultant if you had somebody in charge that didn't know what they were doing to stay behind the scene.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh,
maybe that's what we should do.
We might have done that in Meridian. What happens when the consultant and the person in charge don't know what they're doing, Odie? What happens if the person telling those two doesn't know what they're doing?
Yeah.
No. Crime. I know the answer to that. Crime is up.
Oh.
Thought everybody ought to know.
We'll be 25's coming.
This is going to be our biggest year-end clearance event ever here at Doc's Toyota in Philadelphia. Inventory is up and rates are finally down. We promise to save you thousands on any of our new inventory. From Siennas to Sequoias, Camrys to Corollas, Tundras, Tacomas, no matter the model, we will not be undersold. We want your business. With interest rates as low as 1.99%, top dollar value for your trade-in, and thousands off all of our inventory, Doc's Toyota is your clear choice for your next Toyota purchase. So come see us here at Doc's Toyota in Philadelphia, at docstoyota.com or on Facebook, and remember, there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
When it comes to enhancing your outdoor experience, you need a companion that can keep up. The Kubota RTV 850 Sidekick at Parrish is your ultimate utility vehicle for every adventure. From the deer camp, trail riding, or just working on the farm, the Sidekick delivers powerful performance and versatility. These units start at $15,499 cash and have a $2,000 rebate. Financing is available as low as $285 a month.
Odie, do they sell CDLs at Target?
No, some people get theirs from the Cracker Jack box.
We're not real sure how this wide turn happened there, but let's just go ahead and look at some pictures here. This is by the Queen City truck stop. We had to have a nice Lewis Wrecker come on out, help out in this situation there. Whoop! Running off the road don't really work good.
No,
in
it
one
was
of these.
Wet too, I'm
yes,
sure.
Sir. Yes, sir. It just kind of got stuck there. Traffic was blocked for quite some time yesterday. So we just like to let you know where situations happen.
Just in case you're in that area.
That's right. Let's see here. We mentioned we did have a wreck this weekend on 39 bypass. Somebody struck a pole and was ejected, Odie, from the car.
Oh.
No serious injuries, thank goodness, but it did happen there. Watch those light poles. They do not give way. Let me see here. We had some. Let's out at the Ag Center this weekend. They had dirt bike.
Yeah.
And this is what was going on there. Is the Meridian Police Department, also Meridian Fire Department showed up. Somebody was injured inside the Ag Center. Hit these gates is what happened. They were taken to a hospital to be checked out. It wasn't anything serious in the end, but that's what all the hoopla was up there this weekend. If you saw the sirens headed that way, that's what that was all about.
Man, that's tough. That's some hard metal pipe fencing there.
But that's a little arena for.
It is.
It's like when the monster trucks come and it's whoop, you got to stop. It's itty bitty for such an event as that is the way I put it in my mind.
That is a lot going on in a little building.
We mentioned that there was a huge fire this weekend.
Wow.
This was right after the storms passed in Meridian. As we go here, this is just off of North Hill Street. And let me go over here to this next video to show you. And this would be the morning after what is left to the home. The Meridian Fire Department arrived, done as much as they could. The home was fully engulfed by the time they got the call. And no one was at home, from what I understand. I think a neighbor noticed the home on fire. And
yeah, that's when you've got the roof that's falling in like that. You can't go inside. You can't fight it from the inside. And all they could do was fight it from the outside with a defensive fire.
It didn't spread to anywhere else, thank goodness. Yeah. Someone else's home was there. Think about these folks as they try to rebuild their lives. That's called losing everything.
And you just got through with the holidays.
Yeah.
You just got through with Christmas. And now this happens. Terrible situation. And definitely pray for them.
A lot of boy, and during speaking of, let me show you another fire that let me go here, Odie, and let me see if I can find this first. Let me show this first. This was a Saturday morning, a fire that broke out. And let's hit play here. And as we see the fire department on scene, they're putting out the fire. No serious injuries, and I don't think in the end it was any major damage to the home. Now, if it's your home, it's major. Don't get me wrong on that. But I don't think it burned to the ground or anything like that. It was some damage. Let's see what happened on the other side of this. And let me show you this, Odie. This would be on Poplar Springs Drive. And we got a car right over here that's in the bushes there.
Yeah.
Let me go over here and show you where this car went kind of airborne. There's the car there. There's the damage. It's basically going to be.
Yeah, that's total.
And you see that, how bad that is. Let's go back to where it all began. See the skid marks through there? And this is where it would begin. And it went through here, grabbed that stump right there, and then shot across that yard into those bushes over there. And the sad part was, it was this lady's home, from what I understand, that was on fire. She was going home because she was called and said her house was on fire, and the road was wet, and she lost control, and it slid through there as she was trying to get to the house. So this is one of those, and that's what I'm told, and God bless them. It's bad to have fire damage and also lose your car all the same day. Think about them. That's pretty tough there. You have insurance, but it don't pay for everything.
Just because you have insurance doesn't mean you want to use it.
You ain't lying. You're not lying there. We had an accident on Sandflat Road also, Odie. Some damage there to a car. It'd come out that it was worse than it was in the beginning. And once the deputies got to the scene, it was not near as bad as everybody thought. It was thought to be entrapment, and even worse at the time when it came out there. But they're okay. That's what's important about that. This was quite the scene of a mess. Let's go to mile marker 150 there. This would be right out by the airport there. And let's just take a look, Odie.
See what kind of we got here.
Front row. Now, let's take some still pictures and look at this. as you'll look here, what really happened was there was a vehicle. Do you know how they all go to an auction and buy cars and be pulling 2 to 3?
Yep.
That was a part of this, which made it look so much worse than it was. Now, there was another car involved, but he was pulling several cars. And so off in the ditch they went, and it made it look like that went on down there. And I don't know what it is about this sign. It just can't stay up.
You know, every time they put it up,
it gets knocked down.
I just replace it with a small one and say, turn here, this is where you want to go.
Airport.
Yeah. It's like a Target.
It is.
Oh, wow.
That was a little loud there, wasn't it?
I just saw this, and so prayers go out. We were just talking about the Ag Center, and Mary said, my grandson broke his femur and wrist in an accident at the Ag Center Saturday. He had surgery Sunday and has a long road to recovery. So that was one of the riders that got injured. So, Miss Mary, our
absolutely
thoughts and prayers and I are with you, and hope that he's going to be good going through this recovery. But yeah, we hate to hear that he broke a femur and his wrist, but glad other than that he's okay.
Could have been a lot.
Man,
as we say, you are, even during bad situations, there's a silver lining to the cloud.
Yep.
We'll be right back. Scotty Ray and Odie.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Rock House Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rock House Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rock House Gun and Pawn. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger. Plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. And I mentioned a little damage down in Clark County. And they had a little bit there. As we go to our friends at Clark County Hot Topics here, here's a view of some scattered debris. We also have a storage building upside down.
Row.
That's a few of the things that went on there in Clark County. And, of course, trees down everywhere. And we'll be showing some different pictures. There's going to be more of this throughout the week as we all try to recover back from these storms that invaded us there. As I also see hunting season is going on. We got roughly 32, 33 days left of this. We had a Louisiana man that, mistaken another hunter for a deer. He was shot. Watch what you're doing there. So there it is. We got a ton of birthdays, Odie.
You know, we've got a little bit of everything. I had to draw a line and start doubling down on the paper. We do have a big one because we had David Bonner, Malcolm Chambers, Kim Hales had a birthday Saturday. Bob Followell.
Bob's got a birthday.
Bob, he had a birthday yesterday along with Keith Moody. Anna Brown's got a birthday. Amanda Tyson has a birthday. Casey Hunt Wilson. Albert Gully. Carla Egbert, 44 today. Ben Winston, 16. Charlie, thank you for his name. I couldn't remember it. Saved my life. And Melanie Stahl, 33 years together. Jimmy and DeWanda Page, 51 years together. Carly Shelton Williamson's got a birthday. Ronnie and Robin Harrington celebrating 45 years. Casey Harrington's got a birthday. Clement White, we mentioned, has got a birthday. Jake Perry had a birthday yesterday. Sarah Asmus had a birthday yesterday. Wayne Roberts, I think we talked about him Friday, but we talk about him again. You know, he had a birthday yesterday. Miss Dwight Watts celebrating 91 years.
That's a lot.
That's a
happy,
good birthday.
Happy birthday.
And Ronnie McClellan's having a 56th birthday today. So happy birthday to each and every one of y'all, and happy anniversary to y'all as well.
One of those happen every year. That so close to the end of the year. We're excited about it. We want you to be careful. If you celebrate, take your time, enjoy it. And Dick Clark's countdown will happen this year. One of Mississippi's own will be there.
That's
Hardy
right.
will be performing.
Yeah.
Philadelphia, Mississippi's pride and joy. We're glad of that, him being there. So good luck to Hardy as he takes that on. As we get more information about the accident that happened, more reports of that. As police are on the scene trying to get all that taken care of there. We'll keep you up to date on it. Odie, do you have a closing?
Let's see what we pulled up today. John 15:4, abide in me and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself except in abide in the vine. No more can ye except ye abide in me. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit, for without me ye can do nothing. I tell you, there isn't anything that we should do without the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ with us. But he's already told us that there's nothing that we can do without him. He's the one that will allow us to flourish if we keep him number one in our heart and use him as our drive throughout each and every day. Have a wonderful day. We'll be back tomorrow to bring in the last day of 2024. I'm sure we'll go over some not so good numbers for our area, and hopefully we can make a change in 2025 by, number one, bringing God into our heart and putting him number one from now on. Y'all have a great day. Remember, we love you.